Howdy people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in as per usual. Now guys, in this video I will be answering your questions regarding whether or not Jamaicans living abroad are allowed to apply for a firearm permit here in Jamaica. I did this video recently in which I explained to you guys how to go about applying for a firearm permit here in Jamaica, and apparently a lot of Jamaicans living and working abroad saw that video and was very interested, right, in knowing if they can also apply for a permit. If you guys haven't seen that video as yet, the link is in the description just below the like button. So while it's there, just click that like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Now guys, the initial information was that persons living outside of Jamaica could not apply, right, simply because they didn't live here. But since then I've got some new information that's suggesting otherwise, but this comes with a caveat. I will talk about that as also address some other concerns that you guys have. So let's get into it. Now guys, I reached out to a representative of the FLA who was kind enough to give me a few minutes, right, and give me some updated information regarding the application process. Now, persons wanted to know if pensioners are returning residents can also apply for a firearm permit. Now, my understanding is yes, pensioners and returning residents can indeed apply for a firearm permit, and the application, guys, the application process is the same for everybody right across the board. Each applicant must get security clearances and demonstrate that they are competent in the use and safe handling of a firearm. Next, we spoke about the justification letter, and it was confirmed that every applicant must provide a justification letter when applying for a permit. In all indication, right, all applicants must outline and clearly communicate to the authority their reason for the application. All things considered, it is the applicant's duty to satisfy the authority of the exposure or risk of imminent danger in order to establish a clear need for the firearm. Next, you guys wanted to know if Jamaicans working outside of Jamaica can apply for a firearm permit, and that was also confirmed a yes, as it relates to the interview that you have to do, right, and the inspection of your residence. You must make yourself available for those. So if you work, let's say 3 months, 6 months, or even 9 months at a time outside of Jamaica, you can definitely apply, but you must make the necessary arrangements with the FLA investigators in order to complete the application process. Now, as a reminder guys, you must give an explanation for your income in a form of a job letter, a pay advice, or whichever way that you can. It is a necessary component of your application process. Now, as it relates to members of the diaspora, you guys were particularly interested in knowing if you have the option to apply for a permit considering the fact that you live outside of Jamaica. Now, one of the unfortunate realities of life in Jamaica is the fact that the police can't adequately protect every single citizen. There simply isn't enough police to go around to protect or defend every individual. And the reality is that oftentimes members of the diaspora or returning residents become a target whenever they return home for business or vacation. And as a precaution, members of the diaspora would love the opportunity, right, to be able to defend and protect themselves whilst traveling to the island. And so with that in mind, you guys wanted to know if you have the option to apply for a permit. No, the original information I had was no, right? And this was due to the fact that an applicant must reside in Jamaica. But I was informed that yes, Jamaicans living abroad can in fact apply for a firearm permit. However, according to the information I received, and here is a caveat guys, technically you will have to have a permanent residence in Jamaica that you reside in or still occupy, and you must make yourself available for the various inspections and interviews. Now, this is not to discourage anyone from applying, but the FLA is well known, right, for denying members of the diaspora firearm permits for the simple fact that they don't live in Jamaica. Now, on the other hand, guys, should you satisfy the FLA of your exposure or risk of imminent danger and you are granted that permit, you will now have to travel to Jamaica each and every year to renew your firearm license in person, right? Because currently the FLA doesn't have anything in place to facilitate online payments, right, for renewal of your license. And to add to all of that inconvenience, as it stands right now, if firearms are stored at the FLA beyond 12 months without the payment of the prescribed fees, that firearm will be forfeited to the government of Jamaica and be destroyed. What I find really interesting, right, is that we are now in an age where technology is being used to do just about anything and everything. Technology is so advanced that you don't have to leave the comfort of your home to do anything anymore, because everything is now at your fingertips. But not where the FLA is concerned, right? You have to book a flight and travel miles, right, to visit one of their few offices to pay your renewal fee in person. It sounds ridiculous, but currently that is the reality, guys. Now, something as simple as paying your renewal fee online is something that the FLA should take a look into and implement something ASAP. Now, the next pain point that's frustrating a lot of people is the length of time that it takes the agency to complete its investigations and make a decision. But from information received, this happens mainly due to the fact that the FLA is reliant on external checks and clearances, right? The FLA is not the only agency that has the responsibility for background checks in order to complete an applicant's file. And because of this, the FLA has to wait on those external agencies to complete their side of the investigation. So from what I understand, these are the factors that greatly contribute to the length of time it takes the agency to complete its investigation, which ultimately delays the decision process. Now, for persons who are employed, I'm not going to leave you guys out. I was informed that yes, you guys can also make an application. However, as I stated before, all applicants must outline and clearly communicate to the authority your reason for the application. And you must give an explanation as to your source of income. I was not able to get a definitive answer why declaring your source of income was that important. But in all indication, I believe this boils down to the fact that each applicant must have the capability to purchase the weapon and pay the relevant license fee every year. Now, before I end this video, I want to ask you guys this question. What do you think about the FLA denying someone a permit simply because they don't live in Jamaica? And I'm talking about someone who passed all security clearances. You know, they are law-abiding citizens and, you know, business people who invest heavily in Jamaica and have to travel back and forth for business. Now, guys, be a part of the conversation and sound off in the comment section. I will be there lurking to answer or reply to any of your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Take care.